Good morning, everyone. The road you see behind me right here was busy just a little while ago with a lot of people on their way to work. Right now it's about 9 o'clock in the morning and a lot of people were already off on their way. There's still going to be some traffic on this road as people go to and fro doing whatever they do for the day. A lot of people's days are filled up. They're busy. They work, they bring work home with them, or maybe they work part-time and they volunteer, or they go shopping, or do all kinds of things. Who knows? A lot of people speak of full days. But let me ask you, when was the last time that your slate was clean? When was the last time you were bored? Now, I think being bored is important. And the reason I think it's important is because it's when we're bored that our mind wanders. Ask my wife, my mind wanders quite a bit sometimes. But there's something valuable in letting your mind drift and daydreaming and things like that. There's a popular thought, or train of thought, among people who study human development, especially adolescent development. And it goes something like this, that in order to be really creative, you have to be bored. Because it's when you're bored that your mind kind of wanders off a little bit. And that's when ideas come to you because you dream and you imagine. And vivid imaginations lead to creativity, and creativity, of course, leads to new things. And new things, especially if they're of God, can lead to very good things. Here in the church here at St. John's in Salisbury, the church carries on many traditions. Traditions that are some centuries old, millennia old. And other things are new, just like every other church, I'm sure. They do some new things and some old things. Now, as we're in Lent right now, a lot of people, again, as I've talked about before, think about being somber and down and kind of almost like walking around like there's a weight on their shoulders. But I don't think it has to be like that, because as I've also suggested, I think Lent is a time for deep thinking about things, important things in our lives. But as much as we think deep about things, maybe we have to think lightly about things. Maybe we have to let ourselves be bored. Maybe we have to let ourselves dream a little bit. There's a really well-known reading in the Bible from the book of the prophet Joel, where Joel prophesies that God is going to enable young men and old to dream dreams and see visions. They're going to open themselves up to see God. In fact, the people who would not be expected to dream or do new things, the elderly, they will too. So I wonder if Lent cannot be a time where we purposefully be bored, where we purposefully let ourselves dream a little bit. Because who knows? That's when God can really enter into our consciousness in a way that perhaps he doesn't, or maybe in a more obvious to us way. Maybe as we dream a little bit and think of new ways to tackle a problem or do something to help or just something new that's going to be a benefit to people. Maybe it's only through being bored and dreaming and letting God speak to us and also being open enough to hear that those things may come to bear fruit down the road. So Lent is important for so many things. In fact, so is the whole year. So, what did I tell you for today? Be bored, I guess. But be bored and let yourselves dream. See you soon.